Hi, who here likes to play card games? Because I know I sure do. Pretty good at them too. My name is Connor Satterly, and I'm an avid playing card collector. I know, sounds kind of strange, but let me do me. My goal here today is to teach you a little bit about the different aspects and elements of the modern playing card, a little bit of their history, and basically the state of the playing card industry as it stands today. Right. So, what makes up a playing card as we know it today is actually lots of paper thin, micro thin layers of highly specialized paper that are specifically prepared for the purpose of being a playing card. Now, after this paper is prepared, they apply to the congregation of pieces of paper what's called a finish. A finish is essentially just a pattern that is applied to the playing card. It's the texture of the playing card once it's been fully prepared. The most common one you'll hear about is called an air cushion finish, and that's essentially a micro texture on the surface of the playing card where there are rectangular raised areas on the card, and essentially what it does is it allows air to get in between the cards while they're on top of one another, and it allows for better handling and better movement of the cards. So, before I explain the modern state of the playing card industry, I'd like to give you a little bit of a synopsis of where playing cards came from. So, it's widely believed that the first playing cards, or what could be basically believed to be playing cards, originated in the Far East, mainly China. But the first references to the actual word of playing cards was from Europe. And a quote from www.wopc.com.uk, they say that the first European references to playing cards date from the 1370s, and then they go on to say that most of these references in the 1370s refer to a recent introduction of what they called a playing card. Now, these original playing cards, as you can probably imagine, didn't quite look like what we think of a playing card as today. They were a lot bigger, they were a lot thicker, and according again to WOPC.com, the first cards, most of them were made from pasteboards manufactured from up to 6 sheets of paper together, and the images were either hand-drawn or printed from woodblocks or copper engravings. So a lot of care went into these cards that they would use, and they were very expensive, so only the most affluent in society could actually afford to play with playing cards. But as time went on, the printing press got invented, and they became more of what we know as today, of a staple of the game industry. Speaking of today's game industry, the modern playing card industry is a very big business. According to www.grandviewresearch.com, the global playing card and board games market size in 2018 was valued at just under 12 billion US dollars, with playing cards accounting for roughly a fourth of that, which would equate to $3 billion in 2018. And all projections for the value of playing cards go up over time, exponentially. The actual industry itself today is dominated almost solely by the United States Playing Card Company, which is the parent company of brands such as Bicycle, B playing cards, and Tally Ho playing cards. They own a majority share of the stock in playing cards. So now that I've dealt out some information about the playing cards, I'm hoping that you walked away learning a little bit about their continued history, including what makes up a playing card, where they came from, when they first originated, and how the state of their business is today. So now let's shuffle on out of here and let's go play some games.